Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Friends, tonight we have a riddle. The riddle is an anthill, termitory, anthill. You know the termites, they create this nice hill, termites. So this is about the riddle about this anthill. This is based on the discourse number 23 from Majjhima Nikaya, middle length teachings of the Buddha. You know, the Buddha has used many different kinds of similes to teach the Dhamma, to convey his peaceful message to all humans and devas. So this is a very special one. It's a riddle. This was delivered by the Buddha when the Buddha was dwelling at Savatthi in Jeta's Grove, Anathapindika's park. You know, this place, most discourses starts with this. When the Buddha was living at Savatthi in Jeta's Grove, Anathapindika's park, like that. That means Buddha has delivered thousands of discourses at this place, as he lived there for about 20 years, this particular monastery. That's why you can understand, you can read the background of the discourse referring to this particular place. On that occasion, Venerable Kumara Kassapa was living in the blind man's grove. The blind man's grove is a thicket jungle, woods closer to this monastery, Jetavana monastery, where the monks, nuns, Buddha himself went to this place for their days abiding, for their meditation, seclusion. That is what was called blind man's grove, Anthill. As Venerable Kumara Kassapa was there at night, on that particular day, at night of course, when the night was well advanced, a certain deity of beautiful appearance who illuminated the whole of the blind man's grove approached the Venerable Kumara Kassapa and stood at one side. Standing, the deity said to Venerable Kumara Kassapa, what he said? Bhikkhu, bhikkhu. That is how this deity addressed the monk. Bhikkhu, bhikkhu. This anthill fumes by night and flames by day. He says that there is a particular dormitory, the Anthill, which is fumes by night and flames by day. And further he says, thus spoke the Brahmin, dwell with the knife, thou wise one. Dwell with the knife, the wise one, show a bar, O venerable sir. So now he's telling a sort of story referring to two persons. There is a Brahmin. Brahmin means the noble one. Now this is the riddle. You have to give attention and understand clearly the riddle. There is an Anthill, and then there is a Brahmin, means a noble one, noble person. And also there is a wise man. Two persons are the noble man, noble one, and the wise one. Let's see. Now the Brahmin, the noble one, tells him to delve with the knife, the anthill. Now he wants to dig the anthill. That is what he says. Then the wise man is digging the anthill. Let's see. Delving with the knife, the wise man saw a bar. A bar is a cross bar, like the bar that we use for the doors, like in Asian countries, people used a bar across the door, behind the door. They use that bar. It's a bar. Oh, the wise man said, a bar, O venerable sir. Then the Brahmin says, throw out the bar. Delve with the knife, thou wise one. Then the wise person, delving with the knife, the wise one saw a toad, O venerable sir. He said, a toad is a frog, swollen, bluish frog in the anthill. How come? So now, thus spoke the Brahmin, throw out the toad, deal with the knife, thou wise one. Then he asked to dig it further. Delving with the knife, the wise one saw a fork. Now he sees a fork. Two ways. Fork like a fork on road. Two ways. That is fork. Fork is not what you eat. This fork means two ways. Like on roads, you see the fork. Two ways. A fork, O venerable sir, he said. Thus spoke the Brahmin. Now the Brahmin says, throw out the fork, dwell with the knife, thou wise one. Delving with the knife, the wise one saw a sieve. Now he sees a sieve. Sieve, you know sieve. You use it as a strainer for flour. Sieve. Oh, a sieve, O venerable sir, he said. Thus spoke the Brahmin. Throw out the sieve, dwell with the knife, thou wise one. Now the wise one is delving is digging. Delving with the knife, the wise one saw a tortoise. Tortoise is a turtle. A tortoise, O venerable sir, he said. Thus spoke the Brahmin. Throughout the tortoise, dwell with the knife, thou wise one, he says. Dwelling with the knife, the wise one saw an axe and block. An axe and block of wood. An axe and a block of wood. An axe and block, O venerable sir, he said. Then the Brahmin said, throughout the axe and block, dwell with the knife, thou wise one. Further, dwell with the knife. In Asia, you know this well, the people don't dig the termitory, the anthill with knife. They use what you call the hoe or the mammoty. They call it mammoty. Anyway, delve with the knife, thou wise one. Delving with the knife, the wise one saw a piece of meat. There's a piece of meat inside the anthill. And do they eat meat? But there is one. Thus spoke the Brahmin. Throw out the piece of meat. Throw it out. Dwell with the knife, thou wise one. Further, you have to dwell it further. Dwelling with the knife, the wise one saw a naga serpent. In the anthill, there is a naga, the cobra, naga serpent. The word naga is used for the cobra and also to the elephant. Naga is a term for elephant as well. The Buddha has delivered many different discourses using the simile of naga, simile of the elephant, like simile of the elephant footprint, you know. Okay, so these are the things that he sees inside the anthill. Oh, venerable sir, he said, oh, there is a naga serpent inside. The Brahmin did not tell him to throw it out. Let's see what he says. Thus spoke the Brahmin, leave the naga serpent, leave it. Do not harm the naga serpent. Honor the naga serpent. Respect. Join palms. Respect means join palm and respect. Press your palm in front of your chest and respect the naga. Now let's see what this wise one saw inside the anthill. First he saw a bar. Please remember. A bar. Then a toad, a frog. Then a fork. The third one is fork. The fourth one is a sieve. The fifth one is a tortoise, a turtle. The sixth is an axe and block. The seventh is a piece of meat. The eighth is a naga serpent. 8 different things inside the anthill. This is the riddle. Who gave this riddle? The Deva, the deity, to Venerable Kumarakassapa. Now at midnight, he gave this riddle to this Venerable. After giving this riddle, he says, the Deva says, Bhikkhu, you should go to the Blessed One and ask him about this riddle. As Venerable Kumarakassapa could not understand even this, Deva asked him to go to the Buddha and asked about the riddle. As the Blessed One tells you, you should remember it. Bhikkhu, other than the... Now he further says, Bhikkhu, other than the Tathagata means the Buddha, Tathagata, or a disciple of the Tathagata, or one who has learned it from them, I see no one in this world with its gods, its Maras and its Brahmas, in this generation with its recluses and Brahmins, its princes and its people, whose explanation of this riddle might satisfy the mind. Nobody else can do that. Nobody else can resolve this riddle. That is the meaning. Who would be able to do that? The Tathagata, the Buddha, either the Buddha or the disciple of the Buddha, or the one who has listened to the Buddha or the disciples. Those are the ones who would be able to resolve this riddle. Now, that is what was said by the deity, who thereupon vanished at once. Vanished there, disappeared. Then when the night was over, the Venerable Kumarakassapa went to the Blessed One. After paying homage to him, he sat down on one side and told the Blessed One what had occurred. Then he asked, Venerable Sir, what is the anthill? What the fuming by night? What the flaming by day? Who is the Brahmin? Who the wise one? What is the knife? What the delvin? What the bar? What the toad? What the fork? What the sieve? What the tortoise? What the axe and block? What the piece of meat? And what the naga serpent? These are the questions he asked. Then the Buddha said, Bhikkhu, the anthill is a symbol for this body. That is the anthill, this body. You are the anthill. Now Buddha is resolving the riddle. This body is the anthill. Understand clearly. Which is made of material form, consisting of the 4 great elements, procreated by a mother and father, built up out of boiled rice and porridge, and subject to impermanence, to be worn and rubbed away, to dissolution and disintegration. That is the nature of this body. So body is the anthill. Now let's see what are the things. What is fuming by night? What one thinks and ponders by night, based upon one's actions during the day, is the fuming by night. That is what happened to many people today. They have no peace in mind. Their mind is not peace, but pieces. Due to many different activities, highly engaged, say in busy at daytime. When they go to bed, no sleep, then what happens? They start to fuming by night. That is what happened. The actions one undertakes during the day by body, speech and mind after thinking and pondering by night are the flaming by day. Day by day they are working. They are very busy. That is what is called flaming. Flaming. The Brahmin is a symbol for the Tathagata. Tathagata, the Buddha is the Brahmin, the noble one, accomplished and fully enlightened. The wise one is a symbol for a bhikkhu in higher training. So the wise one, who is the wise one? You are the wise one. Those who are practicing, not necessarily they are bhikkhu in higher training. We are the wise ones. We all can practice this. This is the practice, meditation. This is both serenity and insight. How to practice serenity and insight. This is the teaching in this sutta. So, the term bhikkhu is given here. Bhikkhu means the one who is practicing meditation. The knife is a symbol for noble wisdom. That is the weapon. That is the knife. What is the knife? The wisdom. Wisdom. We have to develop our wisdom. We have to sharpen our knife properly. Once you have a good knife, sharpened knife, wisdom, you can cut. The delvin is a symbol for the arousal of energy. Then you have to delve it. You have to dig the tunnel, dig the anthill. Then you find things inside. While you are practicing meditation, you can understand these different things. That is the meaning. Now you are the anthill. Then you have to start your meditation, observe your body, understand, relax your body, calm your body. When you practice serenity, you have to understand clearly the nature of the body. Where you are practicing serenity meditation, concentration meditation. Then in the Dhammapada, the Buddha said, keep this body as a fragile pot. That means not change in body all the time, not change in your limbs this way, that way while you are practicing. Try to remain still. Practice like that. Keep this body as a fragile pot. Kumbhupamang kaya mimang viditva. Then said, keep your mind as a fortified city, as a well-protected city. Nagarupamam chittamidang tapetva. Keep your mind as a well-protected, well-guarded city. Then strike with the weapon of wisdom to Mara. Mara means defilement. Strike with the weapon of your wisdom. Yodeta marang panyayudena. Jitancha rakke. Protect what you have won, what you have gained. Adivesanosya. But do not cling to what you won, what you have accomplished. Do not cling to. That is the instructions given in the Dhammapada. So now, friends, when we are practicing meditation in this manner, we can understand different things. Let's see what we can understand. We can first, when you sit for your meditation, what is appearing? What is appearing? The bar. Bar is the problem first. The bar is the symbol for ignorance. You have ignorance. Ignorance is what? Ignorance means what? Ignorance means not knowing the Four Noble Truths and not knowing the five aggregates. These two. If you are not knowing, if you don't know what these Four Noble Truths, if you don't know the five aggregates to be understood clearly. Five aggregates are not this body. Five aggregates are not born. This body is born. Five aggregates are manifesting. Manifesting means they are not physical. Buddha used the term khandanam patu bhavo. Patu bhava means manifesting. So, first we can understand, if we can't understand this Four Noble Truths and the five aggregates, you are ignorant. You are means everybody, whoever, including myself. Whoever is not knowing the five aggregates and the Four Noble Truths are ignorant. Avijja. It is the problem. Nescience. Nescience. No science. Science is to be understood. Science is to be aroused. Then what is to be done? In order to continue your meditation, you have to throw it away. You have to be the wise one. Wisdom is to be aroused. So the first one is, the bar is a symbol for ignorance. Then you will find a toad, a frog, bluish, swollen frog inside. What is that frog? The Buddha said, toad is a symbol for the despair due to anger. This is because of anger. You have despair. What is despair? Despair is inside. You have inside unrest, distress inside due to anger. anger is the cause. That is like a toad, like a frog. What is to be done? That also to be thrown away, thrown out. Then what? Then the next problem for meditation is the fork. The fork. This way, that way. Which way? Which way? Which way? This way or this way? That is what is called fork. Doubt. The fork is a symbol for doubt, the Buddha said. When you have doubt, you are always going this way, thinking this way, that way. Which one is correct? You don't know which one is correct. Whether the Buddha or the other teacher. Whether this one or that one. That is what is called doubt. Vichikiccha. Vichikiccha. It is also to be thrown away, thrown out. In order to continue your meditation, with doubt, you cannot continue. Therefore, it is also to be thrown away, thrown out. Then what? Then you can find inside this anthill, you can find the sieve. There is a sieve inside. What is the sieve? Sieve is a symbol for the 5 hindrances. It's like 5 hindrances, like a sieve, which you use to strain your, like a strainer, you use to strain your flour. Sieve is a symbol for the 5 hindrances. What are the 5 hindrances? The hindrance of sensual desire. Sensual desire means you have desire to please these senses. Then the hindrance of ill will. Ill will. Your will is ill. As the will is ill, you can't meditate. These are all hindrances. Hindrances, like barriers, is a barrier. Barriers for what? Barriers towards nibbana, nivarana, avarana, nivarana, the barrier for you, to prevent you from the attainment of enlightenment. So, the third one is the hindrance of sloth and torpor. Sloth and torpor. Sleepiness and laziness. Sloth and torpor. Very slow. Like a sloth. The fourth is the hindrance of restlessness. Restlessness. You have no rest at all. Rest. You want rest, but you are restless. Restlessness. Restlessness, not only restlessness and remorse. Remorse. You are repentant. Remorse. Restless and remorse. Then the fifth one is the hindrance of doubt. Doubt itself is a hindrance. All these are to be thrown out. First, you to subdue these. That is what the meditator does. Meditator should subdue these first. You cannot cut off this, throw out this at once, over a night. It's impossible. You have to subdue this. Like in the Satipatthana Sutta, there are 4 components. That is why it is called 4 establishments of mindfulness. The first one is contemplating on body. The second is contemplating on feeling. The third one is contemplating on the mind. Then the fourth one is contemplating on phenomena as phenomena. Dhamma, Dhammanupassana, in which there are four sections, five. There are 5 different sections. Of the 5, the first one is the hindrances, where all hindrances are to be understood whenever they arise, whenever they are in the mind, whenever they are disappearing, whenever they will never come in future. To understand these things, and where thereafter no 5 hindrances in your mind. After that, you can practice properly, you can understand 5 aggregates, you can understand 12 bases, you can understand, experience 7 factors of enlightenment, you can understand, realize the 4 noble truths. It is because of complete eradication of the 5 hindrances. Okay. Now, the wise one, when delving, he found a turtle inside. Not only that wise one, we all find this. Turtle is the thing to be understood properly, correctly. The tortoise is a symbol for the 5 aggregates affected by clinging, not mere 5 aggregates. 5 aggregates are arising and passing in the 6 sense bases. This is to be understood clearly. 5 aggregates are arising and passing all the time in the 6 sense bases. What is 5 aggregate? What is that? 5 aggregates means whatever the thoughts arise. When the thoughts arise, there are different parts. What are the parts? 5 different parts. Form, feeling, perception, volitional formation, and consciousness. Again, form, feeling, perception, volitional formation, and consciousness. These 5 are called 5 aggregates. These 5 are all the time arising and passing in everybody, every being. Every being. Whoever, whether they are humans, animals, devas, brahmas, they all have these 5 aggregates. These are not a problem if they are simply the 5 aggregates. The Buddha and Arahants, they have simply 5 aggregates. They are not affected by clinging. In our case, the problem is we are affected by clinging. Means we cling to these 5 aggregates. That is what is called upadana. Upadana. We cling to these 5 aggregates. As we are clung to, what happened? Dependent on that inclination, that attachment, that grasping, we are born somewhere. That is what is called existence. We are taken to a place to be born. There are 31 realms for all beings to be born again and again. That is what is called samsara. So, it is to be understood that inclination, the clinging, grasping, attachment is the problem. If we do not attach to 5 aggregates, then we do not leave behind a cause to be to reap the results in future. If we can do that, then we can experience what is peace, what is bliss. From where? From to these 6 sense bases. So the Buddha said 5 aggregates affected by clinging is the tortoise, is the turtle. The turtle has 5 different limbs, right? Different parts. That is how the Buddha. That is why the Buddha gave the simile of the turtle, to these 5 aggregates. Then the action block is a symbol for the 5 codes of sensual pleasures. 5 codes of sensual pleasures are forms cognizable by the eye, the sounds cognizable by the ear, odors cognizable by the nose, flavors cognizable by the tongue, tangibles cognizable by the body. So this, when we observe, when we are exposed, what happens to the eye? That wished for, we wish to gratify the eye. We have desire, agreeable, likable, connected with sensual desire, and provocative of lust. That is the problem. Simply having eyes, ears is not a problem. So sensual pleasures, 5 codes of sensual pleasures are compared to the block of wood and an axe. Then a piece of meat. Piece of meat is a symbol for delight and lust. Piece of meat. Delight and lust also to be thrown out. The Brahmin said, throw out the piece of meat. Abandon delight and lust. That's the meaning. Finally, the wise person sees a cobra, a naga serpent inside the anthill. The naga serpent is a symbol for a bhikkhu who has destroyed the taints. Leave the naga serpent. Buddha said, that noble one said, leave the naga serpent. Do not harm the naga serpent. Honor the naga serpent. That is what he said. That is the enlightened one. The one who has destroyed the taints means the one who has cut off 3 types of taints. What are the 3 types of taints? Taints of sensuality, taints of ignorance, and taints of existence. Kamasava, avijjasava, and bhavasava. Kamasava, bhavasava, avijjasava. These three. These three are to be destroyed, are to be totally cut off by oneself. Only then one can become a liberated one, an enlightened one, the Arahant. That is why the Arahants are called Khinasava. Khinasava, the one who has destroyed these taints. So the Arahant, the enlightened one, is compared here to the Naga serpent, the cobra. So friends, this is the riddle, and this is the way to be resolved this riddle. The Buddha gave the answer correctly. Let's understand this riddle and let's observe ourselves, understand ourselves. Let's practice both serenity and insight. If we have serenity, if we have concentration, good concentration, you can focus well to yourself. Then you can understand these different things. And finally, one day, we can cut off all taints and attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. That is the purpose of practicing this Dhamma taught by the Blessed One, by the Buddha. Let's all understand this Dhamma, practice this Dhamma daily so that we can understand, realize real peace, real happiness of Nibbana. May we all attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu.